Hey guys, what's up? It's Lainey, and today I am with some lovely ladies from the Wanderers Writer Retreat, and today we are going to be talking about Storybinders, what we put in them, why we use them, and how they're kind of helpful for us. This is them. And they can introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Carrie Weeks. You can find me just about anywhere at author Carrie Weeks, and I write young adult fantasy.
Hi, my name is Alexandra Van Horn. You can call me Alex for short because Alexandra is a mouthful. And I have a YouTube channel called The Patchwork Nerd where I talk about writing. I also can be found on Twitter and Instagram at The Patchwork Nerd. And I write mainly YA, horror, and dark fantasy.
The first thing is that I usually get a lot of questions about what we use it for. So what do you guys use your Storybinders for?
I have a hard time remembering things, especially with fantasy. There's a lot of extra things that isn't normally in our world that you have to remember. So I like to use it just for that, really. I mean, outlines and everything, but mostly just to keep my memory safe.
And mine's kind of similar. I use my binder because I really enjoy handwriting things when I'm trying. Yeah, there's just something very... I love the sensory of it, so when I'm coming up with things and drafting, when I handwrite it, it makes it more reinforced in my mind and less like out into the, you know, digital world.
It doesn't feel set in stone. Because when I type things up, I'm like, okay, this is what it is.
Right.
It's like this, I can rip things out or whatever. And
cross
things
it out.
Yeah.
You can be
what
more,
were you thinking?
You can be more violent with it in a nice way. If that makes sense.
What I use mine for is basically what they were saying. It helps me keep track of everything that I'm thinking and all the rules that are being, because when you're writing fantasy, which you guys do, it's hard to remember everything that you're writing. So I like it so I don't mess anything up, and I know the rules of like the magic system or the countries and stuff like that. So, but one thing why it helps is that mine is always changing. With every draft, I either add more things or I get rid of certain things if I feel like it does not apply to the story anymore. But it's always being built between each draft for me.
My outlines tend to change a lot. But I never get rid of them, which is nice because I've definitely gone through before where I'm stuck with something like 3 or 4 drafts in, and I go back and I'm flipping through and I'm like, oh, that piece in the first outline I did actually would work really well now, like 6 drafts later. So that kind of helps me, because if it was a document, I would just delete it or like get rid of the entire document altogether.
Oh. Bum bum bum.
Into the dark.
Okay, so I'm jumping right back in. Another reason of why Storybinders help so much is because you can easily contain each project in one central location. Once you're getting back into the zone for a certain project, you can flip through these and easily get reacquainted with the world and your characters and your plot. The biggest question is, how do I get started with creating a Storybinder, and what do I include inside of it? Each of us have our Storybinders with us, and we can kind of go through kind of the way we organize it and things that we include inside of it. Also, I'll be linking down a couple of resources of character sheets and plot sheets and stuff that I have used, and print those ones out to use for yourself.
I'll be printing those later.
Yeah, I know, right? And I'm like, thank goodness, because I'm gonna print those.
And they're like so aesthetically pretty too. So yeah, I really like this one resource. Yeah. Okay,
Perfect.
I think all of us, when we were talking about it, we all divide it by by dividers, right? Yeah. We all have dividers up here, and dividing them by, at least what I do is I do brainstorming, characters, outline, and plot, world building, and research.
So this is a new one, so it's kind of thin just because I started a brand new project, so I haven't really fully fleshed mine out. But so far I have brainstorming, I've got outlines, I have settings and timelines, because my book actually takes place in the 80s, so I have to keep timelines straight as well. I've got characters, I have sort of like extras. I really like to do like soundtracks and stuff, so I like to keep those fun little extra things that like don't really have a place in my document. I like to keep those there, though. I want to
add that now. I need to
add that. It's so much. Well, and like it's the 80s. There's so many fun 80s songs. Anyways, that's what I have in mind so far. But like I said, mine is still like really new and really thin.
And mine, I have like a folder in the front for like loose paper for like different things. Like I have something about the 4-act structure instead of the 3-act structure, so I keep that in the front. And then I have a section that is actually for my novel when I feel like handwriting out chapters, because sometimes handwriting just helps me relax and not feel as much pressure,
Yeah.
and I'm not worrying about a word counter, and I'm just doing what I need to do. So I have a section that is readily available for me to handwrite my actual novel.
But it kind of slows you down. So that way you're not like getting ahead of yourself. You have to think.
And you can actually think every kind of scene
exactly. Things are much more intentional in there. I can kind of be a spaz when I'm typing sometimes because it's like, get all the words. And then I have a notes section, and that is broken down into just like things about my world building, character development, all sorts of things like that. And then I have my outline, and I have like notes about the 4-act structure that I use, and then I have notes about how my actual outline is going to go, and then I redo my outline every so often because I am indecisive. And then I even have a section in the back that eventually will be for querying agents, practicing writing query letters, and researching the market and that sort of thing. So that way that's all together as well.
Right?
Too.
That's a smart section. Yeah.
Mine is like in my second draft, so I'm starting to.
It is pretty. It's got aesthetics.
I'm starting to replace what was my first draft notes. So I like created a title page because I'm proud of all the aesthetics I make for it.
You should be.
Yeah, and then I also, then my front, I have my query, the rough query, and also pitches of how I would pitch the book. And then I go into the brainstorming. I still have like most of what I originally did back in October right in here.
I'm like, you should link those as well. I'm like, oh, what's that?
Well, I got these from Natalia Lee.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm just over here snooping. I'm like, wait, what's that page?
Yes. So she did a Preptober workbook.
Oh.
And you just like kind of donated to her however much money you were comfortable with, and she sent it to you. And
that's incredible.
Yeah, I use like most of the sheets, and so I'm still having here. And she does a great way of breaking stuff down. So
yeah, that's what caught my attention. I'm like, wait a minute, that's really cool brainstorming.
I could use that.
Right. And like things that so I know she's doing another one because I saw her like tweeting or Instagramming something like that. The characters, I like put my aesthetics, how I kind of picture them, and also character profiles. But then I also have like their Myers-Briggs personalities.
Love that.
For each character, and it's like a way for me to like reference like, oh yeah, how would they kind of work through that problem? Also because 2 of them are extroverts and I'm technically not.
So you're like, how does this work?
Yeah, so like how do you talk to people?
What do?
I have some beat sheets here in the front, just resources. And same thing, some outlining resources too here. And then here's my old outline. So I haven't rewritten my outline yet, but I should probably do that soon. My character lists. So this, I love this.
That's incredible.
So during October, I'll always like come up with different names that I think fit the aesthetic of what the story is going to be. So I write every character name that I like. And then I'll go through and I'll pick them when I have to come up against something. I'm like, well, I don't know how to name this person. So I go to this list and I look around. And then I'll cross it off if I end up using it.
I'm a little mind-blown.
Yeah,
I kind of really
here's the thing. I'll watch movies and then I'll wait and watch the credits and I'll write down everything I like. Yeah. And then I also have 2 folders back here. These are all the character sheets I haven't used.
Oh yeah.
And then these are just like old things that I'm not using anymore. So, and that's my walk through it.
Her binder also feels fantastic.
Right?
I wish everyone could
Everything
feel this.
about this is aesthetically pleasing.
It starts with buying the binder.
Yeah, step 1,
really does.
buy a binder.
Yeah.
And step 2 is buying a binder even though you already have a binder.
Yeah.
Just because
Find something that
saw
inspires
target.
you. That's how I kind of picture it. It's like find a binder that inspires you. So this one inspired me. And that's what I ended up using. TJ Maxx, really cheap.
Mine's a little plain, but mine, I was a sucker for it because it has like these plasticky little rings. And I love that because it makes my life easier. So
I kind of like that it's like floppy.
Right.
Yeah, I
right?
do
Like
too.
this is like
really
cumbersome.
put
Put it in a bag, right? I'm like, this is not fitting in my
Like when
bag.
we've been taking this around all the places this weekend, I'm like, oh, here's the Storybinders.
It's a little
Did you guys like that?
That was awesome. I want to go through all of your binders. Wait, I want to see the sheets.
The sheets are so cool. I feel bad. I'm sorry I interrupted you. So you're just like flipping through. I'm like, wait, hold on, pause.
I need these resources too.
I have like the series Bible, but it's just all like in a Word document. But like that just seems like so good to just have it physically.
It just
I'm a
goes
story
anywhere.
binder.
Everyone get a story binder.
You get a Storybinder.
Yes!
You get
Everybody gets a story.
Okay, let's do this outro.
Oh, okay, that is the ouch.
I kind of forgot we were still filming.
Was I like this the entire time when I was talking about my binder?
I don't know.
It's completely possible, but I have no idea.
I'm a guest in my own channel. Thanks you guys for watching so much. Please make sure you guys check out Alex and Carrie on their social medias. They're awesome people. Also, I'll probably be linking Holly's because she's over here.
The whole time.
I want a story binder.
What about me?
Yeah, and there's Bree. I'll link Bree down too. My name is Lainey. I make videos every week on books and writing, and I hope you guys all have a really great day. Bye.
Bye.